Hello and welcome once again to Ignite Your Impact. My name is Jen Rhodes. I am sitting next to my husband, Matt, and I'm staring at a fly in the window.
Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, whenever you're listening. I think it's funny. We are on episode, 197.
Woo!
And I hit the record button, and it goes from green to red. I goes, red mean we're recording? You think after 197 times I'd know.
No, that is deceiving.
Yeah.
Green means go.
Yeah, but red means we're recording.
No,
correct?
I know. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay. Well,
We
today,
should go.
today we're going to jump in. So I heard something this week that I have not been able to stop thinking about, and I told Jen about it. It was the Ed Milet podcast. I listened to it. And I haven't listened to him in a while, but I listened to it this last week, and he had on this financial guy to talk people through how to become financially free. And this guy told a story. It was kind of a small part of the episode, but it hit me. He told a story about early in his career, he had a couple that came in to see him, and they were blue collar workers, and they were not making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. I think he said they were making like 50 grand a year. And this is a while back. So today's rate, it would have been a little bit more, but it was under 100 grand. And they came in at the age of 55, this couple, and they were ready to retire. And the financial advisor started looking at the situation. She's like, how the hell did you guys do this? Like, you're not making $500,000 a year. You didn't sell some company. You didn't inherit millions of dollars from family members. So how did you make enough money at 55 to come in here and tell me you're ready to retire? And their answer was incredibly boring. And it just hit me. They said, we automated it. And what they did is every time they got paid, they had money that automatically left their account and went right into their savings, right into their investments. And they did this before they could spend it, before they could decide that they wanted something else, before they decided to consume something else. They paid themselves first. And that was this guy's whole thing. And I think a lot of financial advisors, the whole thing is pay yourself first and then live off what is left.
Yeah, I think that's funny because everybody wants like the sexy answer, like what's the secret?
Yeah.
They want to hear that they bought like some stock exactly at the right time, right? Or bought Bitcoin when it was 2016, right? When nobody knew what it was.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why this story stuck with me, because there was no secret. There was no incredible financial strategy that they had to come up with. They made one decision one time.
Yeah.
Made it once. And then allowed
and never renegotiated
it.
And
they allowed that one decision to repeat itself for decades.
Yeah.
And then the guy on the podcast talked about, he transitioned to getting everyone off your payroll to be able to do that. And a great way of saying it was, he just said, get everyone off your payroll. Because think about it right now, in anyone, and he used these examples, who's on your payroll? He says, is it Netflix? Is it Amazon? Is it Apple? Is it Spotify? Every subscription that you've forgotten about that you have, the DoorDash, the whatever. And he used those examples. He said, everyone gets paid automatically, and then you're left with what's there at the end of the month. And then you say, shit, I really need to start investing when there's nothing left.
Yeah, there's nothing left.
Yeah. So everyone else got paid first. And I started thinking about that, and it really kind of led into what we're going to talk about today, because honestly, I really didn't continue thinking about money. I started thinking about everything else in our life beyond the money, because that message on his podcast was about money, but I started thinking about every single thing else that we have, because what if the same principle applies to almost everything? What if the real question isn't, what should I automate? What if the real question is what am I already automating? Because I think we all live on autopilot in some way in certain areas of our life. And some of it's very intentional and some of it is not.
Yeah, I think that's what's true with health, with wealth and health, right?
Yep.
People hear automation and think technology, but routines are automation. Like, what can you offload from your brain that's just so automatic? Automation. Hey, it's the same thing, right? Habits are automation.
Yeah, and exactly. That's what got me thinking about it. And that's what got me really interested in it, because I work out every afternoon at the same time. I've automated my exercises. It's in my calendar. I don't wake up and negotiate with myself. Do I feel like lifting today? No, it's Tuesday. I lift on Tuesday at this time. It's just what I do.
Yeah. Thursday's leg day. Because Thursday is also hair wash day and I need to be able to raise my arms, right? But it's an automatic thing. I already know it's Thursday, it's leg day, right? That's one of the biggest differences I see between people who stay consistent and like the people who are constantly starting over. We talked about it in a staff meeting yesterday. Like, what's the one thing you're hearing from your consultations? Oh, we're just ready to get back in it. We're just ready to get back in it, right? And the person who's constantly starting over makes this decision every single day. Think about how much time they are wasting of their life making that decision. Am I going to work out? What am I going to eat? Should I track today? Should I get my steps? And you're relying on yourself to make the right decision over and over and over and over and over again, day in, day out, ad nauseum, right? And eventually you're going to get tired.
Yeah, that's huge. The goal isn't to become more motivated to do those things. The goal is to require less decisions in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. Motivation changes, right? Your schedule changes. Life is going to life. You get busy. You don't sleep well. Something happens with the kids. Work gets crazy. Something's going to get in your way, right? And if your entire plan requires you to feel motivated, good luck. Not going to work. It's not going to work. Now, take that back to the couple that you were just talking about. Yeah?
Yeah.
They didn't have to decide every Friday.
Yeah.
Should we invest this week? The decision had already been made, and then they didn't renegotiate. Right?
Yeah.
Like the decision had already been made.
Yeah, but I think that this is where it gets uncomfortable as well, because we tend to think about automation as a positive thing. Automating spreadsheets, automating all these things in our life, automating investing, automating workouts, meal prep, calendars, everything. But you can automate the wrong shit too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, think about it. You come home every night and you turn on the TV, automated. You wake up every morning and you immediately grab your phone, automated. Paycheck hits and you start spending, immediately increases. It's automated. You tell yourself you'll start on Monday, every single Monday, and that practically becomes an automatic on pilot thing. I'll start on Monday.
Yeah.
It's now automated.
Yeah, or the person that eats really well Monday through Thursday, and then Friday comes, and the entire weekend becomes a free-for-all. So that then Sunday night, the guilt trip happens, and I'm going to start again on Monday, right? They don't even decide anymore. It's the weekend. That's the trigger.
Exactly. So we all have automation. We all have automated outcomes. The question is whether we're doing it intentionally or whether we're not. And here's the line that I wrote down that I was really thinking about. And I want everyone to listen closely to this line. Systems don't care about your goals. They just keep producing the outcome.
Ooh, that's good. That's really good. Because somebody can tell me their goal is to lose 30 pounds, right? But if the system you're currently running has caused you to gain 5 pounds a year for the last 6 years, guess what system we're running? Your goal doesn't change the system.
Exactly. And financially, I talk to people every single day about investing, and they tell me they want financial freedom. They tell me they want tax savings. They tell me all these things. But every time an opportunity comes up, their investing doesn't change. Your system is producing exactly what you designed it to produce. Whether you're intentionally designing it or not, that is what it's doing. So, okay, I want to switch gears here just a little bit, and I want to try something on you.
Oh,
so
I've fallen for that before.
It's called Callie and Cannon.
Ooh, hey. Lots of practice.
Starting today.
Sorry. If
Starting
you're
today.
Callie
Today.
and Cannon.
Yeah. Today. We're in August. Starting today, for the next 365 days, you're not allowed to learn anything new about fitness. Nothing. No new diets, no new training programs, no new exercises, no new certifications, no new supplements, no new peptide protocols, nothing. And you have to spend the entire year using only what you have right now. Could you get into phenomenal shape?
Of course.
Yes. Could the average person listening to this dramatically change their life and their body with what they already know right now, the average person.
Most of them? Like 80%?
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But that's something people probably don't want to hear. And even I was like cringy as you were saying it, like, Jen, you don't get to learn any new science, which I'm like, pass, because I like science.
There's a point to it, though.
But that's something people don't want to hear, right? Because most people know a lot more than they're doing. You already know you're supposed to be eating more protein. You know vegetables are good for you, Matt Rhodes.
I hate vegetables.
You like Brussels sprouts.
I like Brussels sprouts, yeah.
Okay, see? Lean into the positive. You know drinking water is probably better than drinking calories all day. You know walking is good for you. It feels great to get outside. You know strength training matters. You know sleep matters. The problem for most people isn't that they're missing another piece of information.
Yeah, they're missing the execution.
Consistent execution.
Yep.
That's the key. Hell-bent execution, right? Because doing it for 4 days isn't hard, right? Doing it when life isn't perfect is where people struggle, right?
Yep.
Okay, so same question. You can't learn anything new about money or investing for an entire year. No podcasts, no books. You got to listen to me sing instead of
what am I
listening
gonna do
to.
in the car if
I
I
know
can't
you're
listen
going
to
to listen to me
podcasts?
sing. No conferences, no masterminds, no new investment strategy. Could you be wealthier 12 months from now?
I'm probably not trying to change everything. Yes. Absolutely, though. I would spend less than I make.
I'm out. No, I'm just kidding.
I would invest the difference. I'd buy quality assets and I wouldn't do stupid shit. And I'd repeat. Automated. I don't need another 400-page book to understand that. Just like, we talked about when I said you couldn't do anything in fitness.
Yeah.
I'm not, and I will be very clear here when I pose this question to Jen, and I'm saying right now, I am not saying education does not matter.
No.
Obviously it does. We've spent a fortune on education. We've hired coaches. We go to conferences. We've learned new strategies. That's not where I'm going. But the point is learning becomes really sophisticated form of procrastination.
Yes.
That's where the point of that question came from.
Yes, because learning feels productive. Tell me who I'm thinking about right now. I'm going to study again. How about you go sell something instead? No, I don't want to do that. I want to get something else. Okie dokie. I listened to 6 podcasts. I read 3 books. I went to a seminar. Great. What did you do? Did you execute from what you learned? Now, deep breath here, because I want to be careful, because we are definitely not saying to stop learning.
No, definitely not. I mean, we are obsessed with learning.
Yes. And we're definitely not saying newer tools don't matter.
Yeah.
There are things available today in health that were not available 2 years ago, right? There are new medications. There are new peptides. There are new research coming to light, right? It's totally changing the game. Better testing, better information. There are incredible tools available, but none of those eliminate the basics.
And that's exactly where I wanted to go, because I was thinking, a line popped in my head that you master the obvious before you start obsessing about being optimal.
I like that.
The obvious things we've talked about.
Yeah, I like that, because someone can spend hours researching the perfect supplement, but they're sleeping 5 hours.
Right, exactly.
Right? Or worrying about some advanced protocol. Hey, Jen, what do you think about this? And they're barely moving their body, or they're eating like shit. The advanced stuff can be incredibly useful. Incredible. But it's much more useful when we're adding it to a strong foundation.
Well, it's the same thing with investing. I will have people ask me some incredibly sophisticated investment strategy, and then when we get down to it, I find out they've got $150,000 sitting in their checking account that they haven't been able to make a decision for 3 years. It's just sitting there. Let's solve the first problem. Let's solve that one first. So,
Bank's not making you any money.
Exactly.
Why do they get to hold your money? Gross.
So let's transition again here. Here's where this entire thing went for me when I really started thinking about this. And this question bothered me a little bit, which is usually a good thing, because that means it's probably a good question when it starts to bother you. If you changed absolutely nothing for the next 12 months, where would you be? Not where do you want to be, not what's your goal. Take exactly what you're doing right now and just keep doing it. Same food, same exercise, same investing.
Same relationships, same job, same morning routine, same nighttime routine, same conversations, same excuses, same everything. Hit repeat on what you're doing right now for 365 days. Do you like where you end up? That's a very different question than asking someone what their goals are.
Yeah, that is way different than asking what their goals are, because I can say my goal is anything. I can say that I want to have 5 million.
I like that exercise.
Yeah, my goal is you could do it anything.
Yeah.
But if the goal is 5 million, okay, what's your current trajectory? My goal is to lose 30 pounds. Great. What is your current trajectory? Where are you at right now?
Yeah. I really like that question, Matt Rhodes.
Have you never been asked that before?
Yes, but not in that context. Yeah. Like, if nothing else changes, where do you expect to be in 12? I like the way it was worded. I'm going to go back and write that down because that's powerful. But that's what people don't look at, right? They look at the destination they want, not the direction they're currently traveling.
Yep.
Right? Like, I want to be in Barbados, but I'm driving to Topeka, Kansas. Womp womp. Your goals tells me where you want to go. Your habits tell me where you're actually going.
All right. Now let's make this even more uncomfortable.
Okay.
Forget 12 months. Let's go 5 years. Don't improve anything. Don't make anything worse. Just take the person you are today and compound that over 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Same habits, same health habits, same financial habits, same career habits, same relationship habits, same mindset, same people around you, same standards, same decisions. 5 years. Do you like that person?
I think for some people, the answer is absolutely yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is important because this doesn't need to be a negative. I just want to make it a little uncomfortable so people think.
I'm not on a negative trajectory. I like the person I'm at, and I like the person I'm with, right? So maybe you're listening and thinking, if I keep doing exactly what I'm doing 5 years from now, I'm going to be in a phenomenal place. Great. Awesome. High five, right? That's incredible. Keep going. Your system is working.
Exactly. This does not have to be a negative, but I do think there is another group of people that hear that question and immediately something in their stomach just starts to tingle a little bit when they start thinking about 5 years, because they know that if nothing changes, they're going to be heavier. They're going to be more tired. They're going to be more financially dependent. They're going to be more frustrated with work. They're going to further disconnect from their spouse, all those things, whatever it is. And I don't say that to scare anybody. I think it's actually empowering. If you just stop today, look at the calendar. What is today? This is empowering. You're stopping today because now you can see it.
Yeah. I think this is where people make another mistake, though. They hear that and think, okay, I've got to change everything Monday, which lasts until Thursday.
Great point.
Right? Nobody wants to see me on Friday in the fitness business, but Jesus Christ, Monday, y'all wear me out, right? You don't need 14 habits. You need one.
That's exactly what that couple did. They had one habit. Think about it. They didn't change their entire lives at all. They did none of that. They actually just automated their saving and investments.
Yeah.
And then they repeated that decision for decades.
Yes. That's exactly what happens in health, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's 3 strength training workouts a week. They're scheduled. They're appointments. You're not deciding every day. That's simply what you do now, right? And then once that becomes normal, maybe you add something else because you're building evidence. We've talked about this all the time. You're becoming someone who follows through. Yeah.
Now I want to go back to that phrase that I started this conversation with, getting everyone off your payroll. Financially, I love that idea. I mean, I think it makes sense. You go in and you look at everything you're spending. I love that. Go look at the credit card statement. How many companies are getting automatically paid every single month? And then ask, am I on that list? Because it's a crazy thing if you think about it. Netflix automatically gets paid. Apple automatically gets paid. Amazon for sure gets paid.
Be nice.
Everybody gets theirs first, but you are automatically trying to build wealth.
That's a great question too. And it's not, are you buying something for yourself? It's, are you paying yourself?
Yep.
Right? You can bank it. You can, stuff it in a bank and let it just sit there, or are you making it work for you? Right? But I think we can take it further. What else is on your payroll? What's automatically taking your time? What's automatically taking your attention? What's automatically taking your energy? Facebook, I'm looking at you, right? What's automatically taking you away from the person that you say you want to become or are becoming? Your phone could absolutely be on your payroll.
Holy shit, yes. But we're paying it with something more than the money. We're paying it with our time.
And attention.
Yep.
And attention, right? Getting everyone off your payroll also means removing the things automatically pulling you away from where you want to go, right? And replacing them with things that automatically pull you toward it. And that makes me think of something else. We say certain things are priorities, but are they actually getting paid first?
Explain. What do you mean by that?
So someone says that health is their number one priority, right? Because I hear it all the time in consult, like, I want to make my health a number one priority. My kids are watching me, right? But exercise gets whatever time is left. Someone says their marriage is incredibly important, but their spouse gets whatever energy is left after work. I know we've used this analogy before in describing our daughter's condition. It's called the spoon theory, right? You get X amount of spoons per day, and one activity takes a spoon and one activity takes 2 spoons, and this requires 3 spoons. And at the end of the day, how many spoons do you have left, right? Someone says their family matters more than anything, but their phone gets the first 30 minutes every morning.
That's good, because priorities aren't what we say matters. Priorities are what get paid.
Yeah, exactly. Priorities are what gets paid first.
Yeah.
That's uncomfortable too, because if I looked at your calendar, your bank account, and then your screen time report, could I figure out what you value without asking you?
That's an interesting exercise, because don't tell me your priorities. Show me your calendar. Show me where your money goes. Show me your screen time. And that probably tells the whole story right there.
Show me your screen time first.
Yeah.
Bing, 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 right? Now, I do want to say something here, though, right? Like, nobody listening should hear this as, I need to have every area of my life perfectly optimized. No, that's impossible. Be human, right?
Yes.
That's impossible.
And miserable.
Exactly, right? Life happens. You're going to have weeks where workouts aren't perfect. You're going to spend money on something stupid. You're going to have nights where you sit on the couch and watch Netflix.
I hope you do.
Yeah. This is never about perfection. This is about direction.
Yeah, and that's another big distinction right there in what you're saying, is because we're not asking everyone to have every decision be perfect. That's not what we're asking. What we are asking is what direction are you your repeated decisions are taking you? What directions are they taking you? Because one bad meal does not matter. It certainly doesn't. One missed workout doesn't matter. One stupid purchase does not matter, does not destroy your finances.
Well, maybe.
But repeated enough, it becomes the systems. And that's what we're talking about today, is what is your system? And the system produces the outcome, whether you like it or whether you don't. Sometimes you like it, sometimes you don't. So we're getting to our time. We normally like to go 20, 25 minutes. We're getting right there. So let's start to wrap this up. We wanted to give everyone some incredibly simple direction this week. Not 15 things to do. Jen talked about that earlier. We don't want you going and doing that, because that is not how you optimize things. We came up with 3 questions before we did this podcast. And I want everyone, if you're at home, write these down. If you're driving or you're at the gym, or you're out walking your dog, listen to them, maybe go back. But question number 1, if I change absolutely nothing, where will I be at 1 year from today? Health, money, relationships, career, whatever matters to you. And don't judge it. Just answer it honestly. That's where it starts.
Yeah. After you answer question 1, it's going to help with question 2. So question 2, what's one thing currently happening automatically that's taking me away from the person I want to become? Screen time, spending, skipping workouts. And maybe it's something completely different. Identify one.
Yeah. Number 3, what is one thing I would automate that would move me toward that person? Maybe every payday, it's $500 automatically gets invested, however that is, to a 401k, to a money market, whatever you want to do. Maybe every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6 a.m. you're training. If you're not a morning person, maybe it's 5 p.m. Maybe every night after dinner, you go on a walk for 30 minutes. If you've got a dog, take the dog. If you've got a spouse, take the spouse.
We can hold hands.
That's not where I was going.
Well, I sing.
Next one, maybe every Friday night you go to dinner with your spouse. I don't know what yours is. Just pick one. Yeah.
And make it something boring, except for date night. That should never be boring, right? Don't make this impressive. I don't want you to knock my socks off, right? Because that's another problem. We want to tell everybody about the new thing oh my God, I've got this new thing. You won't believe it. Don't. Pick something boring enough that you can still be doing it a year from now.
And that is exactly what I took away from that couple that he talked about. Nobody is going to make a Netflix documentary after this couple. They're just not. They didn't win the lottery. They didn't discover some secret investment that Wall Street doesn't know about. They weren't making millions. They made a simple, good decision. They automated it and gave it time to compound interest. And decades later, everyone wants to know what their secret is.
Yeah. The secret is there wasn't a secret.
Yep.
Right? That's the lesson. You probably don't need another podcast, which is probably a terrible way to end a podcast.
yeah, great business model we got going here. But you're right. You probably already know the first thing that you need to do. And yes, once the basics are in place, because we truly believe in this, once the basics are in place, you optimize it. You use better tools. You learn new strategy. You get better information.
Yeah, do all of it. Because the advanced stuff works a whole lot better when you've built the foundation underneath it.
Exactly.
Solid.
Exactly. So leave everyone today. We gave you those 3 questions to write down, but leave everyone with a question that I've been asking myself is if I keep doing what I'm doing today, do I like where it takes me? You can say 12 months. You can say 3 years. You can say 5 years. Just if I do exactly what I'm doing today, do I like where it takes me? 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. Because if not, no, I would say better. Because whether you realize it or not, because it's not a negative thing, but whether you realize it or not, your habits are compounding, good or bad. They're compounding every day. Your money's compounding. Your health is compounding. Your relationships are compounding. Your decisions are compounding. Something is being built with that system that you have. Something is being built. The only question is do you like what it's building?
And if the answer is no, don't try to change everything tomorrow. Change one thing. Automate it. And then let time go to work, right? Become boringly consistent.
I love that. Boringly consistent. That's a secret that everyone needs to hear but doesn't want to hear.
Yeah, I think we need to wrap. That's great.
All right, love it. We'll see everyone next week.